Hey everyone, I'm Acid Goblin and welcome to my channel. I wanted to make this video for Escape from Tarkov for beginners to show them a little simple, easy way to earn money and to get starter gear and whatnot. A lot of videos out there, how-to videos, are catered towards an audience that already have a decent number of hours into the game, so they're a little bit more comfortable with PvP and going to some of the more dangerous high spots. They kind of skip over these early videos of like getting to that point. So that's just kind of something I want to do. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it, shall we? So, for the purpose of this video, I'll be loading into Interchange. It's a bigger map, so you can kind of space out and stay away from some adversities as you make your way through, especially like Killa, the Scav boss, where not only is he highly dangerous, but a lot of geared players tend to go towards him, and that's where you can run into a lot of problems. Um, so here's a map of Interchange. Unfortunately, in this playthrough, I load in right here. Kind of have to make my way around, but not a big issue because we can kind of go around the back of the uh, complex, you say, to in a more safer route. I'll run around through here and I'll hit this area for a couple bins, a couple weapons crates or whatnot. And then I'll finally run through the end where the main area right here is where I want you to focus on, which is also right next to the southeast exit. So it's very easy. Okay, so start off by using your scav. That way you're not losing anything if anything happens to you. Next, what you need to do is notice that my scav doesn't have a backpack. I would suggest use this with a backpacked scav. It'll just be easier for you, and of course, you can get more loot. If you don't have a backpack scav, maybe use that run to, work on your aiming and shooting and whatnot, because it doesn't matter. Whatever you lose, you lose. What you keep, you keep. Okay, so here's the spawn I talked about. I didn't have great. Uh, Starting loot, starting location, but that's fine. So I do a little bit of item management, and here we go. So I'm kind of speeding this section up, just so you don't have to see me run all the way. Um, the thing I would suggest is don't worry about killing scavs. Don't worry about engaging anyone, honestly. Usually players are going to be better than you or have more gear, so they're going to kill you anyway. So just try to, avoid everyone at all costs. If you see a scab, just run by him. He won't kill you. That's going to be the main sort of thing to this video. Now, we're getting to a point where right here is where our first couple loot crates are going to be. There's going to be actually 3 different like weapon and item crates as well as some loose loot in this area. And you'll see me kind of run to them 1, 2, 3. First one's going to be tucked in this little corner to the right next to this door. It's hidden right here. These can spawn it from anything from nothing like that to entire guns. So the bigger bag, the better. Also, the less weapons you have on you as well. If you're logged in as a PMC, whatnot. So this next one's in this van, as you see. Has something small there. Might as well take it. This table I run by that has the red light can spawn loose ammunition or things of that nature. Here's the next one. This one I got decent luck on. I actually had a full weapon in there. So that's easy. I mean, the least weapons are 10K and up rubles, so it's already good. Yeah, you can find some loose loot around here. Those boxes I'm staring at, you can find ammunition on top of them sometimes. Maybe not good, but ammunition's ammunition, So as you run down through this hallway, before going out this door is the main area we want to focus on. Me though, since I do not have a backpack and I'm more comfortable with the game, I'm going to go out to this outside area and try to find a scav with a backpack to kill. Take his inventory from him. So there's a little scabby boy right in front of me. See, he doesn't do anything to me. It's totally fine. It's got a tea bag. I'm thinking about it, and I figured why not. Better than nothing. What I'm doing is letting him get close enough to this door so I don't have to run. Because once I shoot him, any scav in the area is going to want to start attacking me. So I figured I'd need to be as close to where I need to be. Don't even worry about searching it. Just grab and go. And the first crate is here to the left, inside this container. Run up in here. It's sitting on top of these boxes. Now that I'm in safety, I'm going to search the tea bag, see if there's anything in it. So yeah, this can spawn various things. Of course, this one only had a clip in it, but it's better than nothing. Taking it. So when you leave this, immediately walk around the crate or the container to the left. This little hidden open part right here, where there's a little crate as well. There's also could be loose loot around the floor. 2 or 3 things can be there. Sometimes good, sometimes, you know, whatever. Loot's loot. Taking all the weapon parts. Mods are the best things as far as selling. Well, making your weapons better, but selling for the purpose of this video. So we're going to walk around the back again to this area. And there's a bag here, and sometimes a loose weapon can spawn here, which it did for me. It's very rare. I'd probably say every time I do this, it's there 1 out of 10 times, but a weapon's a weapon. So what I try to do here is the weapon that I spawned with can fold up. So I'm going to fold it to put it in my tea bag since I have such little space. Keep in mind this is dangerous because both weapons that I'll be having out now have 0 ammunition for them. So because I killed that scav, it's a little bit more dangerous for me. Alright, next to these barrels right here, we're going to jump up on them. Takes a little practice to learn to jump that, but once you jump, you see that there's a crate right up here. This is the one that I find most often has a weapon in it. Of course, this only had a barrel. You see, I'm already deleting lesser things. My run through because I did it without a backpack. But you get the gist. Now we're going to call what I call the Spiderman run, where we jump around across these containers. Right here. Empty for me this time, but a lot of times there's going to be loot in that. It's just RNG for you. Alright, I'm checking, make sure scav's not out that door, and then I'm immediately turning and running in this container. So right there where I'm looking, and these 2 crates where I look, there also can be loose mods spawning, but in this little box right here, there's always ammunition. It's good to check for it. I'm not taking any of it because of lack of space, and none of it's very good, but if you have enough space, just take it all, or take what you need. And the last spot right here in this area is this thing, which always spawns grenades. Take a little flashbang with me. I'm putting it in my vest so I can throw it. Since I don't have any ammunition for my weapons, I'm doing that just in case a scav, I need to flash him and stab him with my knife. So I decided, you know what? For the sake of survival, I'm going to take his weapon, which honestly, his weapon would be a little bit more money than that Vepr that I had. And now I have ammunition in case I get into a little scuffle. The last crate I'm checking for this run through is basically straight in front of me, the corner of this fenced area. But I'm trying to stay as close as possible to not being seen, close to the containers. So I decided to jump inside. Although I have a little problem jumping all of a sudden. Because no scavs patrol this area, so I wanted to cover more ground without being seen. Because I have 0 armor on, so 1 tap, I'm dead. So I ran to the end here. Check on my corners a little bit. Step out. So far straight in front of me is going to be the last weapons crate I'm checking. As I check this crate, I do see someone walking out there, so I'm kind of worried about them. Seems chill, so I'm going for it. Once again, another weapon. So I'm dropping what I think in my head which is the least expensive to put that one in there. Once again, the bigger bag, you know, all these weapons, especially ones you can fold, you can just stuff in there. Just doing one last check to see where that scav was, which I think it ended up being a player who was kind of going to extract very slowly. We'll see in a minute. All right, and I make my way down. I already see some dead scavs, and now once again, you know, you're more than welcome in playthroughs to, you know, take the stuff off these guys, but I know I have like a space, and since I've killed a scav, you know, I could easily get tapped. So I decided to jump over the ledge just to kind of circumvent where maybe a scav or a player could be. And then I'm running to the southeast exit. Just taking the long and safest way possible to there. Now, this is the scary thing. I see someone in front of me, which I'm totally not geared at all, but I decided to rush him because I have a shotgun. And he sees me, and as I go to shoot, I realize he's actually more scared of me, and he's just trying to leave with his gear. So he exited. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Not mad at him. So that's how we survive a raid with, you know, loot with minimal resistance, I would say. Now I'm going to sell everything to my traders. Now, when you start off, you may want to keep some of this stuff. By all means, do it. I start off with Skier. Skier tends to give the most money for everything. So go to him and sell everything that he'll take. Oops. I'm actually trying to remove that because that's not something from this raid. I want to see how much money we actually got from this raid. So I sold a Skier, who gives me the most money for whatever he'll take. Next, I go to Mechanic. He usually gives you the most money for all your weapons and ammunition for the most part. Therapist, she takes all your, what I call cheese, all your medical stuff and whatnot. And Prepor takes grenades. And I actually missed a clip, so I'll give it to Prepor too. So with that scav, run, checking at it, and it looks like we made it easy over 100,000 rubles, which is good to buy you some weapons, start, you know, getting your gear. But the more of those like raids you do like that, especially if you have bigger bags, you can just really, you know, within a few playthroughs, accumulate enough to get you a decent loadout and go on to kill them all. So that's gonna conclude this tutorial. I hope you learned a thing or two about, you know, early game mechanics and sort of how to build yourself up. But if you like what you saw, please leave a like, subscribe. If there's anything you want to see in the future, you can put it in the comments, or if there's anything that I missed, you can also throw it in the comment section too. And I should be releasing a few more videos here soon. So until then, y'all take it easy.